Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith. Welcome to the Growtent, everybody. You have found the best growing channel on YouTube, man. The place where we simplify the approach for you so everyone can learn how to grow. We make it so simple, even I can understand. So I'm going to listen and learn right now.
Woo! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Growtent. I hope you guys have had a fantastic weekend. We've been uploading some shorts and stuff to the channel, but we haven't had a video in, I don't think I've dropped one last week, so my bad. But we were super busy. I've been dealing with a bunch of merch stuff from the merch store. We had a giant order go out. We had over 900 t-shirts. I was hoping to get to 1,000, but we did over 900 t-shirts in a single weekend. So a big thank you to everybody who bought from the merch store. Much appreciated. That store is closed, and the opportunity to get those shirts has passed by, so they will never be made again. Sorry. All right, so today's episode, I just want to say thanks. Today's episode, we're going to talk about over-vegging and the problems it can cause in your garden and what you can do to avoid it. It's really easy, just don't veg so long. But we're going to talk about why over-vegging is bad and why sometimes growing a bigger plant is detrimental versus the equipment you have in the tent space that you have, and why it can lead to negative effects on your grow and what you can do to prevent them. I think I need to turn on some more light. I'm like, it's shadowy, but it makes, if I don't turn on those lights, it makes the back wall look cooler. Like you can see like the shadows really well. But I think we're gonna have to turn on some more light because I have like raccoon like shadow under my eyes because of it. But the back wall looks freaking perfect. I love it. All right, so we're gonna talk about that today. Over-vegging episode. Let's go. Oh yeah, sorry, real quick. Hey guys, if you haven't joined the Patreon, you should check it out. My Patreon's probably one of the best in the game. Link to it is in the video description below. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of cool stuff. And here's a commercial from Mars Hydro. Now let's go. Kind of cool stuff. Guys, you're looking for any kind of new light, new tint, new whatever, check out Mars Hydro. This is actually the second way the channel makes money. It's not as much as the Patreon, but it's still a nice little bump. If you use the code WTTGT whenever you check out, we will get a nice kickback, and you will get a nice discount at checkout for any kind of new lights, new tints, new fans, etc. Mars Hydro pretty much makes anything you could want for your tent. They pretty much make to help you grow. They've got great products. We've been using them for years. They've been the main supporter of the channel since we had only 500 subscribers. They've been a supporter of the channel and a sponsor. So thanks again, Mars Hydro. Please remember to use the link in the video description below. Use our code, get a discount. We get kickback. Much appreciated. All right, that's enough. Okay. Woo! Man, it's been a busy week. We planted some new lines. We planted PFG2 Super Grape. We planted, what else? We planted Runts. What else did we plant? We had some stuff from Humboldt. So we had Blueberry Muffin that we planted. And then I think we have Blueberry Pie that we planted. What else did we plant? I planted like 6 different lines. I know I'm forgetting 1 or 2 of them. Dang. We planted a bunch of cool stuff. So crosses coming up are going to be insane. But yeah, lots of cool stuff. Man, I know I'm forgetting one. Anyway, today we're going to talk about over-vegging. A lot of people do it. And then I've got another video coming up, which is underwatering, that I've had made for a while. And I don't know if I want to drop it or not, because I am running into some things where people are underwatering, but it's like 99% of people overwater versus people that underwater. But I think it needs to be addressed. But at the same time, I don't want it to cause the problems we had, like whenever we dropped the PK video, which I knew was going to happen. Whenever we dropped that PK booster, I knew people were going to burn up their gardens, and they did. So I'm deciding on whether or not to drop that one this coming up week or not. It's finished. It's ready. All right, so over-vegging, what is it? And I know what you're thinking. You're like, well, you veg too. When you hear over-vegging, you think, well, if I keep the plant in veg too long, it's detrimental to like how your flower, like the outcome, the potency, all that. but it's not. I mean, you can keep these plants in veg perpetually forever, just like we do a mother plant. A mother plant, you have to think of it as just a plant that is in perpetual veg. It never goes out of veg. So you have to look at it like that. Like, oh, okay, well, you can literally keep these plants in veg for years if you have the size and the space of the area to do it. Generally, I don't like keeping my mother plants around longer than, I don't know, like 6 months is kind of like a happy medium, because they just get too big and too tall and just too branchy, too thick. And it's usually easier just to take a clone of that plant and start a new mother plant and then grow it up. Now you want to do that before you cut down your mother plant, because that way you still have clones that you can take from the bigger plant while you're raising up the little one. It doesn't take very long to get a mother plant up to size for your needs, especially if you're a home grower. If you're a facility, it's a little bit different. So if you're a facility, then you have to you need more clones, obviously. Okay, so then if that's not the problem, if the problem isn't it affecting the taste and quality from over-vegging, what is the problem with over-vegging? And the problem is you run out of space. How we're talking about an indoor grow that's not a facility. You don't have giant I mean, you might, but then this video probably not for you. And why are you watching a video on home growers? I know you like hanging out with GT. I understand it. I get it. But if you're like growing inside of a tent, or you're growing inside of a closet, or you're growing inside of an abandoned car, you're going to run into the same issues. And so the main problem with over-vegging isn't that you kept it in veg too long and it affected your yield or your quality. What's going to affect your yield? It affected your quality or your potency or anything like that. No, your main aspect of over-vegging, or your main problem with over-vegging, comes from just the size limitations of your room. So I don't care if you have 1 plant or 5 plants, you will run into the same problem if you veg them too long. Like I just put up a video, a short of a 5x5. If you haven't seen it, go check out the channel. It's a 5x5. There's 6 plants in it, and the only spot that there is available is just the rotating tower fan over on the right-hand side. That tent is full from wall to wall, edge to edge, front to back. There's no space. Zero. We have used every bit of space there is. Now, if I was going to keep those same 6 plants in there and flower it, that would be over-vegged. So we have kept the plants in veg for too long, and they have gotten too big. I know, first world problem. Oh, your plants are too big, Growtent, cry. Cry for me. But the reason that I would say they're too big, now if you were to take those plants and put them outside, they're no longer too big because we have increased the space. So if you took those 6 plants and you put them into a warehouse style grow or an open room style grow that has really tall ceilings, they are no longer over-vegged. But if I was going to keep those 6 plants in that 5x5 where there is no room for them to widen out whenever we flip into the flower and go into the stretch, then I have over-vegged the available space. Now, can I fix it? Of course. Can I fix it? Yeah. Because, well, GT, why did you grow them that big? Because they're not all going into flower. Some of those plants are going, because that is the PFG tent. 3 of the plants are PFG, and then 3 of the plants are Chill Out OG from Mr. Growent. You guys probably all know and love Chris, fantastic guy, one of our good friends of the show. I don't know if we've announced it too much. There's been some secret hidden messages in some of the videos in the past. I don't know if you saw it because they were hidden in darkness at the end of some videos, and some people saw them, some people didn't. But there is a new cross coming out from Mr. Growent and myself, and it's what I just said. It's PFG, and it's crossed with Chill Out OG. So that's within that tent. Half that tent is Chill Out OG, half that tent is PFG Super Great. So I'm going to be reversing the Chill Out OG to get feminized pollen from it, and then we will be putting, hopefully they're not all 3 males, because that would suck. But I think just by looking at 2 of them, I believe they're female already. Even though we haven't gone into flower, just by the way that they're growing, and then the pre-sec shines they're showing, I believe I have 2 females and 1 male. We're gonna kill the male, and then we're gonna reverse the 2 females. So we'll be all good. And then the PFGs, of course, all feminized, so they're all girls. So One of them we're going to be killing because it's definitely a male, even though I can't see the signs of it yet just by the way it grows, and it's the most beautiful plant in the garden, so that always typically means it's the male, because that's just the way it works. So like, oh my God, look at this plant. Look at it. It looks fantastic. And boy. And so that's the way it's going to work. And so we've got our Chill Out OG. We're going to be putting it into a different tent, which it'll go into the 2x4 that is kind of like sectioned off in its own little area. We're going to be reversing both of those Chill Out OGs, and then we're going to be taking that pollen and crossing it with our PFG. Now, how does that all relate? Easily, because since I'll be removing 50% of that garden, since I'm taking 3 of those plants out, that tent will now only have half coverage done because half of it will be removed. Now it is no longer over-vegged, because now whenever we put the flower, those plants have room to spread out, and we can use a trellis net to absorb the stretch. So whenever you're dealing with an over-veg situation, you got your plants too big, there's a couple of things. You can either debranch, you can take some branches off of the plants. I would usually suggest the weaker of the ones, not your big branches, the ones that can support those massive colas, but you can debranch. You can go in there and prune, just like we top and pull tops off. You can actually just go in there and clip entire branches off. Well, that's like what I do with my mothers whenever they're starting to get too big, too thick. And we go and we debranch. I go through there and I debranch them. I give them haircuts, usually with electric hedge trimmers if I'm not taking clones. And then we will debranch. And actually, I actually go in there. And when you deal with the debranching, I do usually use scissors. You don't have to. You can actually just break the stalks off. But then you get these tear runs underneath there. And then the plant has to spend time fixing it. So usually whenever I'm doing that, you'll see I'll just go in there and chop the whole branch off with a pair of scissors. And I can save room that way. I can always remove plants. Just because I grew 6 out into veg doesn't mean I have to put them all into flower at the same time. I can take those plants, I can turn some into a mother. I can take and I can just put them into a different tent. Or you can kill them either way. Or you can give them to a buddy if it's legal in your state. Whatever, you do that. But by doing that, what would happen is, since I have no room, that tent's 100% full, since I have no room in that tent and I put them all into flower, that means when I put my trellis net up, they have nowhere to bend to. Even if I use 2 trellis nets, 100% full coverage in veg is too much, and 2 trellis nets won't even fix it, because what they're going to do is they're just going to race straight up into the lights, and then before you know it, you got these plants that have run up all the way up into the light, and then your bud structure is like you get a bud up here, and then you get stalk, and then you get another bud down here, and then you get stalk because you let them race up into the light and you didn't absorb the stretch. So that's one of the problems with over-vegging, is you can't control the stretch. But as we said, there's 3 simple things, or there's a few simple things you can do it. Take out a plant, kill a plant, take off some branches. That's 3 just off the top of my head. And it can help you out a ton. So don't over-veg. And if you do, just use those 3 simple things to fix it, and your garden will thank you. I think that's probably good on over-vegging. What do you guys think? Should we go live? Should we go live on Monday? I think we'll go live on Tuesday. I'm staying home on Tuesday from my regular job. I'm getting some work done in my garage. Let me know in the comments, should we go live on Tuesday? Yeah, let me know. What do you guys think? Should we go live? You guys made it this far in the video. If you're still here after, I don't know, 13 or 14 minutes, what my videos usually are, because I like to talk. So let me know. Do you guys think we should go live? Yes, in the comments for if we should go live on Tuesday when I'm going to be home. And I only have 7 consults. No, 6 or 7. I don't know. I think there's one I haven't put on there yet. I think I only have 6 consults on Tuesday, so I'm gonna definitely have some time to do a live stream if you guys want, and say yes or no. So if it's no, just say, hey GT, go fuck yourself. And no, don't say that, because then YouTube will hide the comment and I won't even get to see it. Just say yes, and then a time. Make sure you put a time. So should it be, noon, we should go live? Should it be 3, we should go live? Should it be 7, we should go live? Put your suggestions in, and then based off my consult schedule, I'll try and work around it. All right, guys. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. Wait, we gotta get let's get the pose for the thumbnail. What should we go with? Is it this? Or is it, that's not a bad one, right? That's not too bad. All right, guys. Hope you guys all have a fantastic week coming up. I'll see you guys later. Until next time, GT. Out. Bye.